Welcome to Fenway Park, Boston's shrine to sport. It's a dream come true to call this sports mecca my office. I'm humbled to share the same ground with so many legends, where Ted Williams hit it farther than anyone else.
Williams wallops a tremendous drive.
Fisk waved it fair.
There it goes. If it stays fair, home run.
The comeback for the ages began here.
Swing and a drive. Gone. The Red Sox live to play again.
Big Papi showed just how strong Boston is.
This jersey, it doesn't say Red Sox. It say Boston.
And where the Sox finally celebrated at home.
As the Red Sox clinch the World Series at Fenway for the first time in 95 years.
This green monster was the backdrop for some of New England's biggest sporting moments. Tonight, two Northeast rivals mark another chapter in this park's illustrious history. Boston College looks to continue their resurgence,
The Eagles have stunned the Cardinals.
while UConn tries to prove its top dog.
Touchdown, Connecticut.
105 years of moments are more than a lifetime, and I've seen many of my own. What will Fenway Park have in store for us tonight?
In store tonight, a real treat. Geico presents college football on CBS Sports Network. Boston College and UConn in venerable, historic, iconic Fenway Park. UConn arrives from the American. They are the home team tonight. This is their Fenway debut. Boston College from Chestnut Hill. Long ago, this was their home field. It's college football in a historic ballpark. The baseball press box won't do. Thankfully, we're on the 50-yard line. Hi, everybody. Rich Waltz, along with Aaron Murray. What a thrill it is to be here at Fenway Park. Can you imagine UConn 90 minutes away? Chestnut Hill for BC is right up the hill. Can you imagine what these players feel like?
I tell you what, I'm pretty excited. We had the opportunity to come here yesterday, get to see the Green Monster. We got to go back there, sign it. This is a special moment for these kids. It's a special moment for us. I tell you what, I had jitters yesterday walking on the field. We even got a little race going on. It's just so much fun being here. But for these kids, they have to understand it is a football game. They need to go out there and execute, have fun, enjoy the moment, enjoy being in this unbelievable stadium, but go out there and get a W at the end of the day.
All right, so let's talk football. BC has had a ton of injuries. 9 starters are out. A lot of freshmen have had to play for Steve Adazio. Guess what? Their best runner is a freshman. CJ Dhillon is a load.
He is a load, 240 pounds. I mean, this kid is everything you want in the back, and he's only a freshman. He's big, 240, and not only can he run you over, he can run by you. He has the speed. He's just a terror, and there's a chance tonight that it could rain. And these defensive guys, when it's raining, when it's wet, and you got a 240-pounder running at you, the last thing they want to do is tackle that big kid.
2 weeks ago, UConn lost their starting quarterback. But guess what? David Pindell against UCF last week played very well.
He did play well, and he's a defensive coordinator's nightmare. I mean, this kid can do it with his legs. He can do it with his arms. That option read, it just puts so much stress on the defense. The linebackers, the corners, the safeties. I want to see him tonight, though, take that next step with his accuracy. It starts with his feet. If he stays calm in the pocket, he'll be more accurate down the field.
Randy Edholm put UConn football on the map, then went to Maryland, is back in his first year of the return, and it's a rebuilding effort, but an opportunity against an ACC team in BC. Now, Steve Adazio's done a wonderful job here. Bowl eligibility if he wins tonight, and he's down below with our Cassie McKinney.
Well, Coach, you guys played here in 2015. What advantages do you have playing here tonight?
Well, first off, we're right down the street, right? This is Boston. This is our city. Second of all, this is an unbelievable venue. There's a great energy in the streets, a great energy in the stadium, and it's electric, and we're playing one of the most historical venues there is in all of sport.
You lost Anthony Brown for the season. What do you need to see from Darius Wade tonight?
Just got to be able to go in there and just operate our offense just like we always do.
Coach, thank you. Appreciate the time.
Thank you.
And Rich, something else unique about playing here at Fenway tonight, the sideline. Both teams will be on one side, separated by about 10 yards. UConn's Randy Edholm told us he had his team practice being on one sideline all week because both coaches agree that this could bring challenges for communication and substitutions tonight. Rich, something to keep an eye on.
You're right. Coach is so accustomed to calling plays, calling timeouts. So we'll see how that works out tonight. The weather, a wet night forecast here, and a light rain is starting to fall. 46 degrees. It's been cold here in Boston the last few days. But hey, these teams practice in it. They're ready for it. Series history, lopsided series. Now go back to 1908. That's 4 years before Fenway opened. Was the first meeting, scoreless tie, and UConn has never beaten Boston College. This is the 14th meeting, and it was an easy win for BC up at Chestnut Hill last year. The rain gear being applied. UConn's going to get the football. BC won the toss and deferred, so the Huskies will get it. The playing surface, Aaron Murray, is in great shape. You tested it out yesterday.
Yeah, we tested it out yesterday. Had a little race, checked it out, but it was pretty dry yesterday. A little cold, but dry last night. Right now, we're expecting rains throughout this game, and I got to think that's a huge advantage for Boston College in their run game.
That football is teed up right behind second base, for those of you wondering. Quavon Scales from his end zone, and Scales across the 15. Flag is down at the 13-yard line. So let's bring on some Chick-fil-A starting lineups. All right, Aaron Murray, David Pindell, what does he do well?
That's what, he's a guy, he's been in the system. He's been here. He understands the playbook. The coaches love that no matter even a younger kid came and took his position, he continued to work hard each and every week. And now he has opportunity to finish off this season strong, finish off his senior year.
Ball to 6, 1st and 10. A little play action. Another flag is down. Pindell goes deep. And contact at midfield. No flag at the 50. An uncatchable ball, the official signals, but a flag back.
Offside, defense, number 94. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Noah Merritt. Now let's take a look at the throw and the possible contact.
No, they just tripped up at the end of the day. That was not intentional. They just got their feet tangled up. That's a good call by the ref right there. But I like UConn coming out throwing the ball deep.
Kevin Mensah, the first carry. Mensah is wrapped up. And John Lamott makes the stop. All right, UConn offensively, they are young in a lot of spots. Ryan Van Denmark, that left tackle, he's going to be a good one when he grows up.
He's going to be a good one, but right now he's just too undersized. He's 265 pounds. I don't even know high school tackles that are 265 pounds, so he needs to put some more weight on this offseason, but the coaches love his potential and what he can do in the future.
That was a 9-yard pickup. Mensah again straight up the gut, following Brendan Vetchery, the center. And it's a 1st down. It's a plus play there for UConn. Defensively for Boston College. John Lamott in the middle, just a freshman.
Just a freshman and a kid who was a 3rd-string outside linebacker. He was playing will linebacker. All of a sudden, there's a couple injuries. Now he's the Mike. He's the one in charge of making all the calls, getting guys set up, getting guys organized, and that's a lot to put on a freshman's back.
3-receiver look. Pindell, little dump. That's Newsom with the catch. Midfield, Akil Newsom breaks a tackle, tripped up at the 32. An outstanding receiver out of the backfield, Akil Newsom.
And I love this. The threat of Pindell running, it scares these defenses. They're worried. They have their eyes on him. The linebackers, the safeties, they don't want him to beat them with his feet. They jump up, and all of a sudden you get a running back right down the seam for a wide open pass. It's a big play to start the game. We'll see that all night.
52 yards on the catch and run by Newsom. This is Pindell, and he does this very well. Spins out of trouble. He's got 8 yards on the carry.
I tell you what, this kid, he's like a creative player when he runs the football. He's electric, he's exciting, he can give you the spin move, he can give you the juke move. This defense, it is a headache. When you have a running quarterback, it is a headache, and they have not had, Boston College has not had success this year defending this type of quarterback.
Second down 2, and Mensah straight ahead. And he's right at the sticks. Wyatt Ray made the stop for Boston College. 3 yards and a first down. And this, look, for a team, and UConn is a team looking for positives, this drive certainly is that.
Yeah, they've had some positives last week for UCF. The problem is, once they get into the red zone, they need to be able to finish these drives off. It's not good enough just to get 3 points.
Pindell fires it out. That's Beals, and Tariq Beals is taken down by Will Harris, the junior safety. This is a good secondary. 14 interceptions and a ton of tackles.
It's a good defense in general, and they've been playing extremely well these past 4 to 5 games. And BC is known for great defense. They're known for great linebackers. They're known for a great front seven. So these guys tonight, they have a big challenge, though, because when they played Louisville, Lamar Jackson had his way with them, running the ball, throwing the ball, and tonight they're facing a very similar quarterback.
Pindell with a blitz coming, fires it. This is Mayala, and he'll catch it in traffic, and he's going to lose yardage. And it's going to be 3rd down and long. Zach Allen with the hit.
And great defense right here. They sniff the screen out. We got a tunnel screen going on. Get the linebackers, get the linemen out there. Linebackers, safeties did a good job reading it. And for both teams tonight, the key is not just a tackle, but the swarm tackle. Get everyone involved.
This is 3rd and forever, and that's not something you see much. Akil Newsome dropping a pass. Now,
yeah, I'm punting it here right now. It's 4th and long. It's 4th and forever. The chances of you getting this first down are slim. I know you're inside the 40. I kind of punt it back and give BC a bad field position.
You know what? Randy Edsel's going the opposite direction. They are going to kick it. Michael Tarbut. Now, Edsel told us he has 50-yard distance, and this is going to be a 51-yarder attempted by Tarbut, who is 8 of 12. But his longest make this year is at 42. Got through it clean, and he just got it. How about that? Not a Dustin Pedroia laser show, but a 51-yard field goal. And UConn comes to Fenway and is on the board first. Opened in 1912, and they played football here that year. Played a lot of football. Of course, the Boston Patriots, the AFL, home here at Fenway. Aaron Murray. Let's get some keys to the game.
I'll tell you what Boston College needs to do, they need to get Darius Wade involved early in this game. Simple passes, get him going. That's going to establish the run game throughout the rest of the day. And then for UConn, win the possession battle. That was a great first drive. They ate up some clock. They ran the ball well. They completed some passes. But if they want to have the chance to win tonight, they need to keep their defense off the field.
All right, so UConn 3-7, 2-5 in the American, and a lot on the line for Boston College. A win here, and they are headed to a bowl game for the 4th time in 5 years. And just what you didn't want to have happen, that is going to land. Oh, they're going to call it a touchback. It looked like it landed out of bounds.
The ruling on the field is a touchback. The ball was placed at the 25-yard line. First down.
And I think that's a break for UConn.
I don't know about that. It looked like it went out just at the 1-yard line. The replay is going to show it. Yeah, that's out at the 1. I'm sure they're going to review this, and it should be a penalty.
And better field position
for
Boston College
to get this drive going.
No,
let it roll.
No review yet, so Boston College, their own 25-yard line. A.J. Dhillon in the backfield. Expect him to get the ball a lot. Dhillon hit hard there by Santana Sterling. And it's a gain of just 1. Starting lineups brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Darius Wade, graduate senior. Anthony Brown, knee injury, out for the year. What will we see with Wade?
Darius Wade, hopefully get him going. He only has 40 attempts this entire season. Not a lot of attempts, but he is an older guy. He understands the system.
Dhillon breaks loose, and the big man rumbles out to midfield. Dillon's got a blocker. He's to the 30 and brought down there. CJ Dhillon, the freshman.
And this is the problem with UConn's defense. They play well for a series, they play well for a couple series, and all of a sudden they give up the big run, and that's a big hole. That's just a great job by the offensive line, creating some space. And I tell you what, when you got an A.J. Dhillon, a big 240-pound guy running down the field, not too many guys want to tackle that guy.
Boston College is an up-tempo team. They like a lot of snaps. And Dhillon, already a workhorse, has got just a couple yards. Junior Joseph made the stop. Offensive line, you talk about 64 right there. Ben Petrula, their center. John Phillips, Sam Schmall, both those guards.
Now, usually you see up-tempo offense is more the spread offense, but this is still more of a pro-style offense that wants to go fast.
Rolling his Wade, and he overthrows his tight end, Chris Garrison. All right, the offense for Boston College. Dhillon is the star. Ben Petrula is the center. They've lost two other centers, but this freshman's played well.
He's a tackle. He's a tackle. All of a sudden, you have a couple injuries at the center position. Two guys go down. You're moving a freshman tackle to center. Guy's never snapped the ball in his life till this season. He's had some growing pains, but he's playing well at the end of the year right now.
Rain falling on Fenway. This is Hilleman, and John Hilleman swarmed at the 25-yard line. Now, remember, UConn went for the field goal, hit a 51-yarder. Steve Adazio is way out of his tackle box. Now that's Colton Lichtenberg. The holder is Jeff Smith, who's a wide receiver and an emergency quarterback. He's thrown 2 touchdowns this year. Snap kick, low line drive, and that's not going to do it. Lichtenberg pulls it, and Randy Edholm's UConn Huskies have held. In the rain, in Fenway, UConn, a 3-0 lead. A.J. Dhillon for Boston College. And so far, UConn's defense has played well.
And UConn, you're going to see these safeties are about 7-8 yards at depth. They're playing one-on-one the outside. And I know Boston College, you got a great young running back. You got a quarterback who doesn't have a lot of reps this season. But you're going to have to, at some point, take some shots on the outside down the field against this one-on-one.
Again, straight ahead. UConn's defense, when you run straight ahead, you run into their nose tackle, the senior Fole Fatukasi.
Yeah, this 3-3 stack right here, 3 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, a lot of DBs, but that nose guard and center relationship tonight, those guys battling is going to be the key in order to stop this running game.
Senior quarterback Darius Wade getting the start. Wade fires it out quickly. That's Jeff Smith, and he slips and can't hold it. Just a flat-out drop.
Yeah, he just dropped it. They're trying to set up a screen to the outside. It's raining. Let's just try to get the ball in our athlete's hand and see what he can do with it. Had it set up pretty nicely. Got some great blocking on the outside by the receivers. Had some big guys out front as well. Might have had a chance to get the first down if he did catch it.
Mike Knoll. It's a good punt. Skanes makes a fair catch and holds it at the 26-yard line. David Pindell and UConn back to work. They've been the better offensive team here. They've hit some big plays, and Kevin Mensah breaks through behind Trey Rutherford, his right guard.
Beautiful hole right here by the offensive line. You see the linebackers, they're just not certain what to do. Do they play the quarterback? Do they play the running back? UConn just needs to keep coming back to it. Keep doing the zone read.
1st and 10. Pindell, he'll throw it, and it's caught. Alex Bloom, his tight end, into BC territory and hauled out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
I love this play right here. A zone read with an opportunity to throw the ball down the field if the corner bites. They scored a touchdown on this last week. There's just so many variables. And now you throw into the opportunity to throw the football to receiver on the outside too. Boston College is reeling a little bit on defense so far.
Pindell loads up, going deep. This is Beals, and he can't hold it. Back of the end zone. Lucas Dennis arrived just in time to disrupt it.
And Pindell threw an absolute dime out there. I mean, that's a gorgeous throw. You run it enough, these safeties are going to be down low, the linebackers are going to be down low. You're going to have an opportunity to throw a post route over top. And he doesn't care that it's raining. He doesn't care the ball's a little wet. He's just out there having some fun flinging it around.
2nd down 10. All week, UConn worked on David Pindell and his balance. He was throwing off his back foot, and so far, he's been accurate and has good arm strength. That's a little pitch there to Dixon, and he's got a lot of company. 5 Boston College Eagles, led by Ty Schwab and Zach Allen, will drop him for a loss of 3.
Yep, they just ran right into the heart of the defense. You got a couple guys coming off the edge. Great call defensively. That's the 2nd time they've seen that jet sweep. They are well prepared for it this time. Put UConn in a 3rd and long situation.
4 receiver look. Boston College has blitzed a lot. This is Newsome trying to get to the edge, and he is caught and dropped. That's a terrific tackle by Taj Amir Torres, a junior corner.
And I'm fine with that decision right there. Now you have the opportunity to punt the ball. Great discipline by defense coming up making the tackle. But for UConn, BC hasn't been able to move the ball. They had the one big run, big hole, great play. Other than that, Boston College hasn't been able to move the ball offensively. Punt this ball, hopefully pin them inside the 10-yard line, make them drive the distance.
Weather has deteriorated since the 50-yard field goal. It's raining much harder. The ground is much wetter. This would have been about a 53, 54-yard attempt. Instead, Brett Graham, and he's going to pin it inside the 10 and actually inside the 5-yard line. Terrific special teams by UConn. All right, let's take a trip through the hallways of Fenway Park. A great comeback by the Red Sox in 04. Tony Gwynn, Ted Williams in that all-star moment. The 2010 NHL Winter Classic. Bruins won that 2-1 over the Flyers. And who could forget Fisk waving one fair? This was a great game as Boston College beat Georgetown here at Fenway Park in 1940. CJ Dhillon with the carry. 1940, Aaron Murray. I know you know your college football history, but did you know that Boston College was undefeated that year, won the Sugar Bowl, should have won the national championship. The NCAA didn't give it to them, but they still claim a piece of that national title. Where was the college football playoff when you needed it?
The 14 playoff back then, man. Makes it more exciting, too.
At Fenway tonight, 3-0 UConn. Wet nights at Fenway, top of the 2nd. 3-0 UConn on top. The field has been a bit of an issue, and it's the part of the field that covers the skin part of the infield. Dave Mellor, the groundskeeper here, told us this week they've been working on the field all week. CJ Dhillon again. Dhillon, of course, had the enormous game in the win over Louisville. 272 yards in that ball game. He's averaging over 100 a game.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for BC right now at any moment just to utilize the play action pass. They've been running it pretty much almost every single play besides 3rd down. One-on-one outside is looking good right now. If you use the play action, these linebackers, these safeties are going to suck up. You're going to get an opportunity for a big play down the field.
Rolling is Darius Wade, and Wade's got his tight end. That's Tommy Sweeney. About a 4-yard pickup for Sweeney. Now remember, this is Darius Wade at quarterback. Anthony Brown, their fine freshman who really developed and had a great freshman year. A knee injury last week has ended his season. And so Wade, a graduate senior who has been in the program for a long time. And Dhillon has had 2 or 3 hats on him every time he's touched the football.
Going back to the first play, though, I like what they're doing. They're taking chances, throwing the ball, utilizing the play action, getting their quarterback on the move. Because right now, UConn is saying, listen, you're going to have to beat us throwing the football. Either downfield, bootlegs, whatever it is. Because we're going to load the box with about 8, 9 guys, and we're going to play one-on-one on the outside.
Wade, middle, got it, caught, Sweeney, and he's tripped up inside the 25 and down to the 21.
What a beautiful throw. Cover 2, down the seams where the hot spot is, does a great job just getting it over the linebacker's hands right there. But if you're gonna be effective in cover 2, 18 to 22 yards on the sideline, then right down the middle are the sweet spots. It's the second time UConn's played cover 2 on third down. BC went after it.
32 yards, and this is Dhillon, right side Dhillon. And he's upended at the 15-yard line. Gang tackled there at the, let's see where they mark it. It's inside the 15. That's a pickup of 6. Second down and 4. Boston College, their best drive of the night. Dhillon in the backfield. They get it again. He slips, and down he goes. This is the part of the turf that has been an issue. This is where the infield sits, and the grass that was laid in over that infield dirt a while ago.
Yeah, you can still see the outline of actually the infield out there. These guys have had problems. Kickers had problems slipping, holding the ball. And then right there, obviously running back going down, just not getting the footing in this wet climate.
Dhillon in the backfield, third down 5. And Dhillon straight ahead. And the big man's got the first down. 240 pounds inside the 10, down to the 8. ACC defenses are going to have to deal with this guy for the next 3 years.
And they did a great job, but they had 3 or 4 guys on him. 3 or 4 guys knock him about 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, but that's just a big man to bring down. 240 pounds, and like you said, he still has another 2 years, probably only 2 years. I think he's 3 and out the way he's been playing if he continues to play like that.
First and goal. This is Dhillon. A.J. Dhillon reaches, and he is just short. 7 yards. Second and goal, right on the doorstep.
Yeah, you got 2 downs right now. It's a great job, great effort right there, getting down. See, the elbow goes down just short, but you got 2 downs with a 240-pound back. I'm going to give it to him both times, and he's going to get in one of them.
Substitutions made here. The officials actually held Boston College up. They made a change, and so UConn, even though they're at the far end of the field, gets to make a change as well. Jumbo package in the backfield for Dhillon, and he hits a wall of Navy. And that was led by Luke Carazola, the senior out of Langhorne, Pennsylvania.
That's just a great job by UConn recreating the line of scrimmage. They push those offensive line back, hit the big guy in the backfield before he's able to get going. This could be 4-down territory if they're able to get close once again.
Third down goal. Wade, play action. He's flushed and in trouble. Looking. End zone. Caught. Diving catch there. Chris Garrison. Great composure by Wade.
Great composure by Wade, but Chris Garrison was the opposite tight end. He's away from the play. He sees that his quarterback's in trouble, and he's just going to keep working for him. That's a great job staying alive by both the quarterback and tight end right there on that play.
12 plays, 70 yards. Extra point is good. Listen.
I tell you what, Darius Wade, he's shown that he's also dangerous, not only with his arm, but with his legs too. Great job extending the play, throwing a perfect pass in the back of the end zone.
Now, UConn's about an hour and a half away, so there's plenty of Red Sox fans in Connecticut, although you do stray into a Yankee territory there as well. And of course, Boston College played their home games here long, long ago. 7-3, impressive drive. 70 yards, a dozen plays. And Boston College will kick it off. Rain continues to fall on Fenway tonight. On the return, fumble, ball's loose. UConn is on it. But a big advantage through the air for David Pindell. And straight ahead goes Kevin Mensah. Ray Smith, the nose tackle, made the spot.
And the guy on that play who didn't make a tackle, didn't do anything special, Zach Allen, number 2, the defensive end, just stood his ground. He made the quarterback hand the ball off, and those defensive linemen, the big guys up front, are going to have to do a great job recreating the line of scrimmage.
Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Pindell to the air. A lot of traffic and a lot of pressure. That was Noah Merritt right in his grill. And he throws it to avoid the sack, throws it away.
This BT defense, they look a little more rested right now. They've been on the field a lot. Their offense hasn't been able to move the ball. They had some time off that last possession. They looked that first run, stopping it. They have a good feeling on a first down. They're going to see the zone read. They stopped it, stopped the little screen to the outside, put this UConn offense in the 3rd and long.
3 receivers on the short side, and Tyreek Beals now to the top of your screen. Time for Pindell, and that throw for the first time looked like a rain affected throw, but a flag is down.
56. Wraps his left arm around.
Offense, number 84. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is 4th down.
Pass interference on the offense. And that's 4th down now, so the punt team's going to have to come out. Here's a look.
It's just a simple pick route. The tight end at the top of your screen runs right into the linebacker. Alec Bloom, 86, runs right into the linebacker. You can't do that. You can kind of screen him like you're playing basketball, but if you put your arms on him, you're going to get called every time.
Almost got that punt. Boy, they really came hard. I'm not sure how Graham got it through the Boston College rush. 39 yards on the punt. And the football sits at the 47-yard line. And BC has great field position with 3:19 left in a soggy first half. CJ Dhillon in the backfield. Little toss sweep for the big man. And Dillon's got a seam, and he bursts through it. Dhillon to the 30. Dhillon to the 20. Dhillon to the 10. Dhillon inside the 5. Dhillon out at the 1-yard line. Unbelievable. CJ Dhillon. And they'll say that he's in. First indication was he was out of bounds. The official gives him the touchdown. And let's take a look at the end of the run and see if he indeed got in.
I don't know how many guys it takes to knock him down. He has 3 or 4 guys on him. It looks like he goes out just short. They're going to review it, see it.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. The previous play is under review.
Look, if it's on effort and it's on distance, you give him the touchdown. Extra point, good. Football returns to Fenway Park. And Boston College at the half has a 14-3 lead. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. The State House in Boston on a wet night at Fenway Park. And Boston College is on top of UConn, 14-3. Rich Waltz along with Aaron Murray, 2 very different parts to that first half. There was UConn moving the football, playing good defense in the first quarter, and then CJ Dhillon happened, and BC dominated the second.
I tell you what, UConn did a great job kind of stopping the run early, but there's only so much you can do. When you got a 240-pound man running down your throat each and every play, you're going to get worn down defensively. And then your quarterback's going to have to make plays for you. Darius Wade does a great job keeping the offense balanced, but it's all on CJ Dhillon. I mean, this guy has just done a tremendous job. The offensive line has created some big holes for him. If you give him any space, he has the speed, he has the size, and it's going to take a whole army to knock this guy down.
Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans. First half stats. And yardage isn't that far apart with UConn and BC.
Yeah, yardage though, but look at the third downs though. UConn, 1 of 9. They're not staying on the football field, especially towards the end of that second quarter. Their defense was getting worn out because the offense could not sustain drives.
It's been a wet night here at Fenway Park. If you're just happening by, football has returned to this iconic ballpark, the oldest ballpark in Major League Baseball. Long ago, it was home to the Boston College Eagles. This is a UConn home game, actually. And UConn is going to have to kick off, and so Boston College, who has a lot of momentum, has Michael Walker deep. And this is Walker. He leads the nation in combined return yards, and he slices through this return team, and he's out to the 40. Nicely done. Let's check in with Cassie McKinney.
Hey, Rich, caught up with both coaches in the half. First, Steve Adazio told me he thought his team played sloppy in the first half, in part because it was pouring rain. He said he thought his team was trying to be a little too careful, and in trying to get their run game going, he said we misfit some runs, but he was pleased with the way his team came back, got their groove in that first half. And as far as UConn's Randy Edholm, he said we've got to eliminate big plays against us defensively. Offensively, we've got to score in the red zone, guys.
All right, thank you, Cassie. And they've got to tackle this guy, too, right? I mean, CJ Dhillon to the 44.
Easier said than done, especially when rainy conditions. It's starting to calm down a little bit. So hopefully we'll see some more throwing because, once again, UConn's come out. They're going to load the box. They're going to bring the safeties down within 8 yards. There's going to be a lot of one-on-one on the outside. They took some shots in the first half. We'll see if they do in the second.
3 tight ends in there. Toss sweep. And Dhillon is short of the first down. Another 5 yards on the carry. Junior Joseph and Jamar Summers made the stop for UConn.
Yeah, really looking for this UConn defense right now. Continue to be aggressive. They are great. They just couple times they just were not in the right position. Defensive lineman, a safety coming down too fast, too early, wrong position. They play disciplined football. They do grow. 3rd down and 2, and Dhillon trips. He had another hole. He's got the first down, and it's a 7-yard carry. Good blocks there by Ray Martin and Charlie Callanan. Yeah, this UConn defense is lucky he tripped over his own offensive lineman. That could have been a big run right there. He would have had one-on-one with the safety, and he's shown he can stiff arm those and take them to the house.
1st and 10, another sweep. Dhillon gets another good block from Martin. And Ray Martin, the fullback, leads the way for another 7-yard gain.
And if I'm BC, I'm just going to keep running the ball. UConn right now, you think after halftime they'd have a little bit more energy, get a little bit more excited. They're still in this game 14-3, but they're not really getting any push right now at the defensive line. So BC, just keep chugging it along.
Steve Adazio playing some smash mouth football here. John Hilliman breaks loose, and Hilliman to the 10, Hilliman to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. Dhillon softens him up, and Hilliman finishes with a 32-yard touchdown run.
That was just an impressive performance, not by just the running backs, but by the fullback, the offensive lineman. I mean, there were some massive holes that entire drive. And I tell you what, this UConn defense, they look a little worn out already.
Extra point up and good. Boston College 21-3.
Look at this offensive line, recreating a line of scrimmage, pushing guys back. Then once you get these big running backs some room and momentum, they'll do the rest of the work.
21-3, Boston College on top of UConn. Fenway Park. You can't come here without looking at the Green Monster. A lot of history in there, and Cassie McKinney in there. Hi, Cassie.
Hey, Rich, how fantastic is this? I think this is the best spot in Fenway. Of course, the iconic Green Monster. And yesterday, our crew, we all got a tour of inside of here. It was so neat and fantastic to see the history inside of this wall. All the signatures from past players, fans, everyone. It was so fantastic to see, and what a memorable experience, guys.
Yeah, it's very cool. There's all kinds of history and unique things about it. Now, Cassie, if she turns around, there's a refrigerator back there. There's a microwave back there. You might find Manny Ramirez back there right now.
And she gets to stay nice and dry back there, too. I think she'll be hanging out there for a while. Avoid this rain right now.
You know, Cassie, you're lucky. There used to be a hill leading up to that, Duffy's Cliff, back in the 30s, a 10-foot hill that led up to the monster. They took that out, thankfully. Ooh, big hit on the return. Down goes Skanes. So some breathing room. Pindell, sideline, and Newsome made the catch right in midfield. He is a better receiver than a runner, and when he comes out of the backfield, he's tough to cover.
Yeah, yes, he has 23 receptions this year, but you've seen that jet sweep all day long. The third time they've done it, instead of handing it off this time, they sneak a running back out the backfield. Defense jumps up, you dump it right over their head.
This is Mensah, out of bounds. And then he gets inside the 45-yard line. Uida makes the stop for Boston College. It's a 4-yard pickup.
And sometimes you just need a first down. Something they couldn't do in that second quarter. You just need to get the momentum going. And once you get one first down, you get 2 first downs. Not only do you start feeling great as an offense, but the defense starts getting a little bit tired. And that's when you'll see a big play down the field in the run game.
Second down 6. Pindell. Now, Boston College struggled with this in the first 2 possessions by UConn, but they've kept Pindell in front of them a lot better than they did to start the game.
They've done a great job because the defensive ends who Pindell's reading, he's reading those guys on the zone option. They're doing a great job of staying home. They're making him hand the ball off, and in the front 3, the big guys up front have done a great job stopping the run.
They're down short, and he'll keep it. This is Pindell, and he's got the first down. Dragged down by Lucas Dennis. And this is a well-designed drive here. UConn is moving the football.
And we just talked about it. Make the running back beat you right there. Defensive end, Ray. He bites on the running back. All of a sudden, now the quarterback pulls it. Pindell pulls it, gets the first down. They've done a great job all day. Keeping an eye on the QB. Not a great job right there. They converted it.
1st and 10. Pindell rolls out of that. Little dump off to Davison. It's picked off. Intercepted. Tajamir Torres down the sideline. Torres to the 10. Torres to the house. And Boston College, a defensive score. Tyler Davis, the intended receiver, went down. Tajamir Torres, the junior corner, was there, and he was untouched. That's 65 yards.
Right place, right time. Tight end just tripped up over his own offensive lineman. All of a sudden, the defensive back, who should have made the play, right there for the interception, and a great job finishing off with the run back for the tutty.
Lichtenberg misses the extra point.
I love the design of the play. Get your tight end out, get a lineman in front of him. He just trips over the big guy. Like I said, right time, right place. Great interception. Get the momentum back on their side.
That 1940 BC win over Georgetown, Grantland Rice, the famed sports writer, called it at that time one of the greatest football games ever played. It led to an 11-0 season for BC. And of course, the Patriots, the Boston Patriots, before they went to Foxborough, before they became the New England Patriots, played 6 seasons here at Fenway. This is Skanes. And Skanes is out to the 17-yard line. Let's see if UConn can bottle some of this momentum and move the football. Jim Reed is the defensive coordinator for Boston College. He has to be really pleased with the way his defense has played.
Yeah, and the way they responded too, because like we talked about earlier, they weren't playing too well in the first quarter. UConn was having their way, and then they kind of flipped their switch, turn it around, but they're put in a bad situation right now. And for UConn, they've had bad field position. This is the first time they've been inside the 50 in a while to start off a possession.
2nd down 9. Pindell will keep it. He's hauled down by John Lamott, the middle linebacker, 6 yards on the carry.
And this is 4-down territory right here. They have an opportunity to either get the first down in this play, so expect the run play, because if you don't get it, you'll have another down to go for it, because right now 3 points is not going to get you back in this ball game. They need to start getting touchdowns.
They're down and 2. Pindell has Mensa behind him, and Mensa on the carry looks like he's got the first down inside the 31-yard line. So some positive news here for UConn. There's still a lot of time left. 7 minutes left, third quarter. And as you pointed out, Aaron, the rain has subsided, which might allow the passing game to open back up.
Yeah, and David Pindell is going to have to get back to being a little bit more accurate. Really liked what he did the first quarter. Second quarter kind of cooled off.
Mensa right side. And Mensa is hauled down.
Expect the shot soon. They've been running it 4 plays in a row now. They've had success. This Boston College defense is starting to get a little bit antsy. Look for UConn to take advantage of it. At some point, they've taken their shots downfield. This would be a good time to do it these next couple plays.
Second down 9. Now Newsome's in the backfield. Remember, he's a great pass receiver. Pindell, sharp throw there. And Mason Donaldson, the freshman, went after it with one hand. That ball may have been thrown in front of him.
He had him here too. Cover 2 did a great job crossing the safety's face. Pindell's just not been accurate. He just doesn't look like he feels comfortable throwing the football. It's not wet anymore. He was actually throwing it a little bit better when it was pouring down rain. These past 2 quarters has just not been on, because that could have been a big play get inside the 10-yard line if he completes that one.
Now third down 9. Pindell hit and fires it out of bounds. And so it's going to be fourth down. Zach Allen and Ray Smith sandwiched him.
And I think right here you go for it. 3's not going to get it. And Pindell just feeling the heat.
They are going to go for it. Fourth down 9. Akeel Newsome is in the backfield. 4 receivers. Boston College shows blitz. They jump. Flags are down. Maybe a free play. Pindell's throw open. Caught there. That's McLean. And another flag is down in the defensive backfield.
Offside defense, number 96. The penalty is declined. Result of the play is a first down.
That's the 3rd straight time they've done this on 3rd down. Use a hard count. And this is frustrating for a defensive coordinator, a head coach, undisciplined. You know it's coming. This is the 3rd time in a row they've used it. You have to be smarter, especially these big guys. The ball is right in front of your face. Don't move till the ball moves.
Boston College, one of the most disciplined teams in college football, one of the least penalized teams this year. And Wyatt Ray is there to stop David Pindell. Into the red zone now is UConn. They haven't seen the red zone much at all tonight. This is just their 2nd trip. They had a 30-yard field goal attempt blocked. A 50-yard field goal is all they have to show offensively tonight. Hopkins in the backfield. And this is Hopkins. Tries the left side to the 11. It's a gain of 4. Schwab and Harris for Boston College.
I still think they're now in field goal range, but I still think it's 4-down territory. I think it's going to be like this for the rest of this game, especially because this offense has just not been able to score a lot of touchdowns. They haven't been able to move the ball for the majority of the game, especially 2nd quarter for the majority of the 3rd. So these opportunities in the red zone are rare, so you got to take advantage of them.
Pindell on 3rd down and 6, fires it short, and held up there was Aaron McLean trying to get into the pattern. That was similar to the ball that was picked off.
Yeah, I didn't see anyone out there. I don't know who the ball was designed to go to there. Didn't look like the receiver got out. That's a great job of defensively getting after him. But they're going to stay out there. 4th down. They understand these possessions are valuable. getting inside the red zone, but they need to capitalize. They need to get a first down. For BC, don't jump here. They've gotten you 3 times in a row. Watch the ball.
Blitz coming. Pindell's throw is picked off at the goal line. Lucas Dennis. And Lucas Dennis has some room. Cuts back. Dennis is hauled down. Pindell tackled him at the 42. BC has taken 1 back for a score, and Dennis takes this one 53 yards into UConn territory.
Yeah, it's just a great job reading the quarterback's eyes and making a break on the ball. He was single high coverage there. He's the high safety. Does a great job. Sees Pindell, uses his eyes left, jumps it, undercuts the pass, and takes it back for a pick.
UConn band is still going strong. 27-3 Boston College. Great field position. 3 interceptions now by this Boston College secondary. 17 interceptions on the season. And Darius Wade, the lefty, going deep. End zone, and that one is almost picked off. And it's incomplete. Jamar Summers, the coverage for UConn.
They had what they want. They had one-on-one the outside, but that's a great job by the receiver. Understand, I'm not going to make the play. I'm not going to make the catch. My job now is to be a defensive back. I got to do anything possible to make sure this is an interception.
Jeff Smith, the intended receiver. Dhillon back in behind Wade. And Dhillon on the toss sweep. And he's got 5 yards. Hey, Brent, North Carolina State, of course, was up on Chestnut Hill on the campus of Boston College. That was a tight one last week. That would have been an enormous win for the Eagles. Instead, NC State survived by 3. Wade, oh, that one, and a flag down. That may have been roughing the passer. Trey Bell almost had a pick and had a lot of room in front of him.
Personal foul, roughing the passer with targeting. Defense number 11. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Back to work goes Dhillon. Can't spin out of that tackle. And he's to the 20, a gain of 1. Second down and 9. Foley Fatukasi, the senior nose tackle out of Rockaway, New York.
Yeah, I'm sure this UConn defense is a little frustrated right now. Their offense hasn't been able to move the ball for the past 2 quarters. They finally do, then they throw another interception. Feels like these guys have been on the field a lot. But it's also partly their fault. They got to find a way to stop the run.
Dhillon got a hole. Shakes one man. Dhillon to the 5. Dhillon to the end zone. You can't stop this man. 6 feet, 240 pounds of trouble. And the freshman running back, impossible to bring down, finishes the scoring drive, and Boston College increases the lead.
And once again, the offensive line, I mean, that's a big hole. And you put a 240-pound back on Jamar Summers, who's 190 pounds. That's a 50-pound difference. Full speed ahead. That's a win for the offense.
And in this age of smaller and faster safeties and linebackers, there's not a lot of people that have to tackle a 240-pound running back who has ball skills like this guy does. Another missed extra point for Boston College. When you think about the teams in the ACC that have to play against this guy.
The whole left side of the line, from the center to the tight end, these guys do a great job double teaming up to the second level. You see the receiver coming and cracking back too. And that's the goal. As an offensive line, your goal is to get the running back one-on-one with someone in the secondary. If you can take control of those front 7 guys, the defensive line, the linebackers, your running back should win on a corner.
So Aaron Murray, he's just a freshman. Where do you see A.J. Dhillon going? You see him getting bigger? You see him getting stronger, faster?
bigger, strong. I don't know if he can get any bigger now. He's 240 pounds. I'm sure they don't want him getting too much bigger, but he's going to get smarter. He's going to continue to learn the protections, become a full running back, a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield, a guy that can fit up a linebacker in the hole to protect his quarterback. He's going to get better and better. And look for this guy these next couple of years to really jump in the Heisman race, because right now what he's done this entire season as a freshman has been extremely impressive.
He's like a junior Ron Dane. Remember the big running back?
Big running backs, big legs, big strong legs.
From Wisconsin. Quavon Scales. And Quavon Scales is going to get only out to the 7-yard line.
And right now, UConn, there's a lot of time left. There's a lot of time to continue to get better. It's a young football team. A lot of new faces playing this season.
Let's go down to Cassie McKinney. Cassie?
Rich, you now see David Pendel's right thigh taped up. Well, no need to worry. It's just a wardrobe malfunction. His pants are torn, and they're just waiting on a new pair of pants, guys.
Yeah, it's a wardrobe malfunction. It happens. I got to ask Kevin Ollie what play he is on that board. There's a nifty toss there to Keon Dixon. He's in trouble. Boston College's defense sideline to sideline right now.
Sideline to sideline and just playing disciplined football. These guys are not getting fooled by the jet sweeps, by the reverses. They're staying home. The defensive ends are staying home. They're not chasing on the outside. And Hampshaver's done a great job right there, finishing it off.
And so right now, UConn's offense going nowhere. 3rd down and 14.
It's cover 2. The middle of the field's going to be wide open. We'll see if they utilize it.
I think Gino Oriema is on that signboard as well. Pendel upended there. Ty Schwab, one of the fine linebackers from a linebacking group that has lost some people as well this year. But they are good. That's a great tradition at Boston College. BC's got 5 linebackers. 5 linebackers in the NFL. Luke Kuechly, of course, the headliner. Kevin Pierre-Louis, Kassim Edebali, Josh Keyes, Mark Herzlich. And right now, in this New England rivalry, 33-3 after 3, Boston College on top. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. Well, tonight, Dave, it is BC by a bunch. Your score by quarter on the Green Monster. UConn had a 50-yard field goal, hand-operated field goal, and then 2 touchdowns in the second, 3 scores in the third. Aaron Murray's keys to the game revisited. What you got?
I thought Darius Wade did a good job creating some plays. Obviously, the nice touchdown pass. And UConn, they won the time of possession, but that's mostly because they just gave up too many big plays defensively. A lot of big runs all night long given up.
BC's run for 251 yards. So things we've learned tonight. CJ Dhillon is good, and Aaron Murray knows the words to Sweet Caroline.
Oh, I can sing it all day long. Back to my Athens days.
This on a handoff. Jeff Smith. Smith around the right side to the 35-yard line. All right, so remember the Louisville game. He went nuts, 272 yards.
The average is awesome. 7 yards a carry, 8.3 tonight. I mean, he's almost getting the first down every time he touches the football. Darius Wade, John Hilleman, and Hilleman's got a first down. He'll move the sticks. That's an 8-yard pickup. Another big back, though. He's 220 pounds, too. You got a 240-pounder. You got a 220. I mean, they just breed big fullbacks, running backs. They look like fullbacks, big running backs at BC. And you see them, they just keep falling forward. It's hard to knock those guys back. Yeah, Andre Williams, a Doak Walker Award winner a few years ago.
was a terrific running back, and Hilliman busts loose. Hilliman to the 40, Hilliman to the 30, cuts back, still on his feet, hit from behind, and Hilliman is down to the 13-yard line. And BC is still running wild on UConn.
Too many arm tackles. Once again, though, it does start with the offensive line. I mean, that's a big hole. But then it's just one arm tackle. We're going to see another arm tackle right there, try to grab him. You got to hit these big guys at the below the waist. They're trying to tackle way too high. They need to go back after this week, get back to their fundamentals, learn how to properly wrap up a little lower.
44 yards on that last carry. Hilliman again, and this time he's out of bounds. When you think about Boston College, 9 starters lost to injuries, and yet they're a few minutes away from being bowl eligible for the 4th time in the last 5 years. When you think about this team another year older, if Anthony Brown's leg is able to recover from the surgery and he's ready to go at the start of next year, you got Dhillon another year older and better. You get some of those injured players back.
And I tell you what, Steve Adazio, he's a phenomenal football coach. I remember him when he was at the University of Florida. He came down to recruit me, and I just love this guy. And he's done a tremendous job with this program. Like you mentioned, they're going to be, with a win tonight, which they should in another 8 minutes and 30 seconds, they'll be bowl eligible once again.
What was it, his pitch to keep you from Athens and get you to Florida?
Obviously, what it was, it didn't work because I didn't end up going to Athens, but I don't think it had anything to do with him. He was a great coach. He is a great coach. He recruited me well.
Hilliman falls down, and it was Cole Ormsby that got a hand on him to the 5, and it's a 4th down and 3.
I can see him go for it here. You pin UConn back, make them drive the distance of the field, try to keep the clock working. And also, UConn's defense has not been able to stop the run. Let's see if they can just pound it out for 3 more yards to get the 1st down.
Hilliman's in the backfield. Wade rolling, lost the football, slipped out of his hands. I think that's a fumble, and it's picked up. That's Luke Carazola who's got it. And they are treating it as a fumble. There's a flag down, of course. And from that reaction, it doesn't look good for UConn.
I think it was a hold on the tight end trying to sneak out of the backfield.
Defense. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. It'll be 4th down.
So it's going to be half the distance to the goal, but you know what? He says it's 4th down. They marked that ball right near the stick.
They might have to measure this to see if it is a 1st down or if it is going to be 4th down. It should be a 1st down, though. With a defensive holding, I thought it would be. I would think defensive holding automatic 1st down.
No, it's
not, but
it's half a yard short. So it's 4th down and 1. Hilliman busts it into the end zone, and that ends all discussion. Now Boston College chews up another big chunk of yardage and puts 6 more points up on the scoreboard.
Now impressive drive. Great job finishing off right here. Power running. Tell you what, this UConn defense going against these 2 backs. These guys are they're gonna sleep good tonight. They're kind of worn out at this point.
Another missed extra point. That's 3 missed extra points for Boston College.
39-3. It's not a 240-pound back, but it's a 220-pound, and he knows what to do when he gets close to the end zone. Get in.
And this is a rout right now. 39-3. Boston College on top of UConn. Now you see the number 9 on the right, and on the left you see a lone red seat. It's one of the most famous seats in all of sports. Fans don't sit in it, they sit next to it to take a picture, because that is a Ted Williams home run, the longest hit here in Fenway, 502 feet back in 1946.
Whew. Think you can go out there and hit it that far?
No.
In your prime?
No.
In your prime? If I just toss one up a little bit, give you about 20 years ago?
Big Poppy didn't go that far here. Although they did say it, in old lore says that Babe Ruth hit one here before the bleachers were complete, because, you know, Ruth was here in the 20s, and they estimate that, I don't know if StatCast or Hit Tracker, the ancient form of that, at 525 feet. But that Williams blast, 502 feet. Gaines out to the 20-yard line. All right, we've been talking. Oh no, where did you guys get this? All right, we've been talking baseball and football all night.
Look at this stud over here. You look good out there, my man.
Yes, well, middle infield for the University of California Davis Aggies.
Not too shabby. I wish I would have stuck with baseball. My body wouldn't feel this bad right now if I did.
Now, your brother played minor league baseball, right?
Josh was a second-round pick right out of high school, Milwaukee Brewers. Played in the farm system for about 4 or 5 years.
Ball rolls out of bounds. How far did you get with baseball?
Oh man, not far at all. I got to about 8th grade and decided I should focus on football. Once you start playing football, baseball it just wasn't as entertaining for me, so I decided it worked out pretty well, but who knows if I would have stuck out with it. Played a little short, little center.
And you grew up in a hotbed for baseball in Tampa, Florida.
Yep. Had some great teams, and now living in Atlanta too is a hotbed. I always enjoy walking around seeing the little kids play baseball in Cobb County.
David Pindell scrambling to the right side, knocked out of bounds. Been a long night for the UConn offense. Boston College's defense has been terrific here. It's a 9-yard pickup. And if you're just happening by and you're seeing Fenway Park in football, for Boston College, it's only their second game here since the 50s. This used to be their home long ago, but it's nice to see them return here and play again. They played Notre Dame couple seasons back. Mensah breaks loose, and I don't think they're going to stop him. Mensah to the 10, and he scores. Kevin Mensah for UConn. That's a 70-yard run.
I'll tell you what, one of the first big plays Boston College has given up today. A couple in the pass game, but they've done a great job playing disciplined football. But there's just no one home right there. Absolutely no one. They played the quarterback a little too much with the linebackers and the safeties. And it's just a sprint to the end zone from there.
Nino Leone with the block that sprung Mensah for the 70 yards. This is like a late inning rally for UConn.
They're gonna need their rally caps. Yes. They want to get back in this one because Boston College 39-10, complete control of this ball game.
Michael Walker at the 4. Walker racing up the right side. And he's escorted out of bounds, and that's exactly where Cassie McKinney is. Cassie?
Rich, these two head coaches go way back. Steve Addazio is from Farmington, Connecticut, was an assistant at Western Connecticut and the Cheshire High School coach in 1988 to 94. That's when Randy Edholm was coaching at UConn. Coach Addazio told us the two of them have a great relationship, a lot of crossover, a lot of connection in the coaching world. Even their two sons are good friends. They played together at Syracuse, Rich.
Yeah, you're right. It's a great connection between the two. Addazio, of course, a couple years at Temple in 2011, 2012, longtime assistant for Urban Meyer at Florida. Travis Levy, and into the ballgame is E.J. Perry, the quarterback for Boston College, and that's significant because Perry was a young quarterback that they were going to redshirt, but with the injury to Anthony Brown, it feels like Boston College wants to get him some time so that maybe he can compete for the starting job next year. And of course, they play at Syracuse next week, and looks like they're going to go bowling as well.
Yeah, you just never know. You got to get a young guy reps. It's unfortunate that you wait till the second game of the year, third game with the bowl game to burn a red shirt, but I think they're looking to the future. I think they're looking at next year with Anthony Brown, the uncertainty, because knees can get tricky. You just never know when a guy's coming back. Everyone heals a little bit differently, so they want to start prepping this guy to be able to go out there and compete next year just in case he has to go out there and play.
Now, they've recruited some talented quarterbacks, but they need somebody that's game ready in case the timeline for Anthony Brown gets pushed out a little bit.
Yeah, or even if Darius Wade, something goes wrong in the last game this season and EJ then needs to come in and play in the bowl game, they just want to give him some meaningful reps, so nothing surprises him next year if he does play.
And the bowl game isn't just, hey, you get to play in a bowl game. You get 3 weeks of practice. Yep. That's for college football coaches, that's one of the biggest benefits of a bowl game.
Yeah, college coaches love it. I remember we'd actually take a couple weeks, the first couple weeks, and it would primarily be young guys playing in practice. We would kind of sit back, relax. We would do some 7-on-7, but it was an opportunity for these young guys to really get in there, get in front of these coaches and show them what they got for the next year.
Austin College to punt it away. 4.5 minutes left here. High snap. And a awful kick, quite honestly. And it's picked up. That can be returned, and it will be. That is Mason Donaldson. Now, hold on. Did somebody call a fair catch? And yes, they did. UConn actually, the deep man signaled for a fair catch. Quavon Skanes.
The ruling on the field is that the receiving team called a fair catch. It'll be a first down.
And Skanes was about 25 yards away. Let's see if he signaled. Oh, he didn't call for a fair catch.
No, he's just telling his guys, get out of the way, get out of the way.
There's no fair catch.
That's a bad call. I think the ref got a little flustered with a bad punt himself and wasn't sure what to do.
Unless there's another player and we don't see one, and we didn't see one.
Nope.
That should have been 6 points for UConn. Pindell taking a deep shot, and it's caught there. Mayala. Touchdown, UConn. Ergi Mayala gets open, and David Pindell hits him. That's 42 yards after what should have been a touchdown. This is a touchdown.
They've done this route a couple times tonight. A little dig route. Not so fast. We're going to run the dig and go. Safety bites. And that's an easy pitch and catch for a touchdown right there. That's a great job setting that up. Obviously a little bit too late now in the ball game.
Well, they're going to go for 2. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Pindell on a slant, and it's broken up. Mayala, the intended receiver, Isaac Yidam, broke it up. UConn not done yet. Late inning rally continues. Still BC up. And Walker's going to let that one roll into, well, it was saved, but I think it ends up in the end zone. That is a touchback. CJ Dhillon, John Hilleman, both over 100 yards. That's 307 yards between those two, who combined weigh about 460.
Yeah, that's a 460 pounds. And that's a nightmare for defenses, especially when the defense is on the field a lot, having to deal with the run, having to deal with 2 big backs. And look at the average, 8.3 and 10.7 yards per carry. That's impressive. But you got to go back to the offensive line. The offensive line had a tremendous job today, creating some big holes, doing a great job double teaming this defensive line up to the 2nd level.
E.J. Perry still in there. And that carry out to the 25-yard line. Richard Wilson getting some run here.
And once again, UConn had flashes today. They had a flash in the first quarter. They looked great. They're able to move the ball. But once again, when they were able to get inside the red zone, they couldn't convert it into touchdowns.
They'll keep it on the grounds, will Boston College, to the 25-yard line. And half a minute left. Impressive night for Boston College. Congratulations to Steve Adazio and his team. Bowl eligible for the 4th time in the last 5 years. And for Randy Edholm, the rebuilding for the 2nd time has just begun. 39-16, Boston College takes down UConn, and BC now at 6-5. They've got Syracuse on the road next week. There's the final score. What a night at Fenway. BC returns and beats UConn 39-16. For Aaron Murray, Cassie McKinney, and our entire crew, I'm Rich Waltz. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, 24-hour home of CBS Sports. After the break, we'll send it to Ben Holden, Jay Feely, and Tina Cervasio for Nevada at San Diego State.